Alright guys, we have UFC 306 and we are at the Sphere with it. This is a Mexican themed card that's taking place in Las Vegas. That doesn't make sense, but that's another story for another day. Guys, another story that we could talk about today is that I will be placing my money in and I will be betting on these fights right here. So guys, lock in with me. I will be winning you money and I'll be winning myself money. And you are talking to a guy that really needs the money. Look at my glasses. Look at my glasses. This is not presentable at all. I can't talk to no girl. When I go outside, I have to take my glasses off and I'm blind. So guys, you are talking to a hungry son of a bitch that needs to win money. So I'll be winning both of us money. Lock in. Give me a like. How about you go ahead and give me a like, damn it. 5 likes is all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. And if you guys want to see my official logs, I will be dropping it on Friday. It's a good possibility that I might forget, so remind me in the comments. So that means be engaged, motherfuckers. Put anything in the comments, an emoji for all I care. Let me know you're here. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first fight. We have Rosas Jr. versus this Chinese jobber. Now, guys, when Rosas Jr. faced somebody that was actually decent in Rodriguez, he got schooled and he got sunned by Rodriguez. But this is a different scenario here. There's been 10 guys to say that they beat this Chinese jobber. His last fight was a no contest. He's from China. There's never been a scenario where I've heard of a good Chinese fighter except for Bruce Lee. And I heard he's an actor and he's not even a real fighter. So that kind of hurts my heart. He's 5'7". My height. I'm 5'7", guys. Me and this dude are the same height. And if you were to look at the body type between him and Rosas Jr., Rosas Jr. looked like a whole weight class above this dude. So in my opinion, I believe Raul should be able to finish this dude in the second round. I have him winning by TKO, and this fight is over. And he is getting Mexico turned for the first fight. I'm pretty sure he's like a minus 1,000. So I'm pretty sure the world is going with Rosas Jr. So I won't be betting on it. But if I were to find an angle, I will have a winning by the second round as the best angle to win some type of good, decent profit. Next fight up, we have Edgar Chairez versus Joshua Van. Now, Edgar Chairez, a guy that's only fought twice in the UFC, versus Joshua Van, a guy that's only fought 4 times in the UFC, but he's been real active in the year 2024. Last fight being in July, and he got TKO'd by Charles Johnson, which I feel like plays a huge role on why I feel like he's going to go ahead and lose this fight to Edgar. Now, guys, I wish I could pull up the full screen, but they won't let me do it for this one. But I believe Edgar is going to go ahead and win this fight. Realistically, this is going to be a 50-50 fight. One thing I know for shit sure, this is going to decision. And the question is, who's going to win it by decision? I believe Edgar is going to win it slightly by decision. I don't think he's going to go ahead and really outschool Joshua Van, but I think he's going to win the better moments of the fight. Joshua Van got TKO'd in July, and he's fighting in September. I mean, I don't know if he had enough time to recover. I don't know if he had enough time to train. It's like, it's a lot of things that plays into that. But he's been real active, which could play a decent role into it. Next fight up, we have Yasmin versus Caitlin Souza. Now, another Mexican fighter right here. But guys, I don't know much about this Yasmin girl. I really don't. All I know is she's a huge favorite. But if you guys were to go ahead and look at the body types of these two girls, I mean, look at the abs compared to Caitlin's abs. Look at Yasmin's neck compared to this girl's neck. Look at her feature. Look at her legs. Look at her feet. Everything just looks like she's been through the brawlic stages of her life, and she's ready to blossom. Only has 1 loss in her career. And she's at the crib. So it's one of those fights that this girl better win this fight. Not much needs to be said here, to be honest. I believe Yasmin goes ahead and win this fight. Now, guys, we have the next fight up. Manuel Torres versus Ignacio Bahamondez. I'm never going to pronounce that last name. But, guys, one thing, you Chile fans might be real mad at me, but I don't think you Chile fighters can fight for real. But in this scenario, Ignacio's a little bit different. I believe he's going to be able to fight. Now, I believe he's going to be able to put Manuel Torres in the deeper rounds. Manuel Torres, another Mexican fighter, a guy that's been winning a lot of his fights in the first round. Let's go ahead and show you guys. He's been winning a lot of his fights in the first round. Like round 1, KO, TKO. Round 1, KO, TKO. Round 1, submission. I believe this Ignacio dude is going to go ahead and be aware that this dude is a first round threat. So I don't think this fight finishes in the first round, even though a lot of people think this is a high chance that it's able to finish. I believe Ignacio gives him trouble, but at some point in the fight, Manuel Torres hurts Ignacio, and Manuel Torres wins the fight. Don't feel confident in putting my money in Manuel Torres. It's the fact that he has that punch power to just finish Ignacio at any point. I just feel like Ignacio is going to be the more pinpoint fighter. I'm still a little iffy about this fight, putting my money on it. But if speaking today, I'll be going with Manuel Torres just for the simple fact that at any point in the fight, Manuel Torres could shift the fight, even if Ignacio is winning the fight for 3 rounds straight. I believe Manuel Torres could go ahead and still knock him out. And you could go ahead and have that knockout chance with Manuel Torres. I'm not putting my money on that. But this is where I'm highly thinking about putting my money on Irene Aldana. Now, guys, I know you guys are probably thinking Irene Aldana should be able to win the fight. But if it ain't a KO or a TKO, I don't think Irene Aldana is really all that good. Now, one thing that I'm not banking on is a women's division to win by KO or TKO. One thing Norma is doing consistently well, she is winning every time by unanimous decision. And I know this girl's able to take it into the deeper rounds. Irene Aldana, I don't think this girl's going to be able to go ahead and have that knockout punch power to finish this girl. And I believe this girl is able to take Irene Aldana into the late rounds and really test Irene Aldana. Now, from there, the question is she going to beat Irene Aldana? That remains to be seen. But if you can take Irene Aldana into those late rounds, something you're used to doing, I believe you're able to win the fight because you've been doing it really well. Let's go ahead and look at Norma's recent fights. Let's look at it. Unanimous decision. Unanimous decision. Unanimous decision. She did lose to a split decision back in 2022, but that's 2 years ago, motherfuckers. It's starting to be unanimous. And I'm highly thinking about putting my money on Norma Dumont winning this fight. Brazilian. They have a 0% chance that she wins by KO, but an 82% chance that she wins this fight by decision. And this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, it's clear as day that she's able to survive. She's a fighter. She's a survivor. I'm not only betting on fighters. I'm betting on people that can survive the fight and, you know, do what they have to do to etch out a win. Now, guys, we have the first fight in the main card. We have Ronaldo Rodriguez versus Ode Osbourne. Now, Ronaldo Rodriguez only has 1 fight in the UFC, but it was a pretty good showcasing. He fought Bondar, won by in the second round by submission. I don't know too much about Ronaldo Rodriguez, to be honest, but I do know enough about Ode Osbourne to know that Ronaldo Rodriguez should be able to win this fight in the first round by knockout, and the Mexican fighters are going to put this man on the scene, and they're going to want to put this man on the map. I believe Ronaldo Rodriguez could be something real special, and I believe the UFC is setting this up for this guy to be able to really go ahead and have a beautiful showcase at the Sphere. I believe Ronaldo Rodriguez should be fight of the night or performance of the night, one of the two. He's going to win a good bonus. I think the Mexican crowd is going to get behind this dude, and that's somebody to be watched out for. Without further ado, let's get on to the next one. We have Daniel Zellhuber versus Esteban. I'm never going to pronounce that last name. I've seen that he has a win over Terrence McKinney. Having a win over Terrence McKinney probably isn't the most impressive thing at this point in Terrence McKinney's career, because I thought Terrence McKinney was going to be a guy, but it turns out if you don't beat Terrence McKinney, then it might be some question marks behind yourself. All in all, don't know much about these two fighters, to be honest. Not betting on this fight at all. But I'll be putting my money on Daniel winning this fight, just for the simple fact he's at the crib. Don't know much about these two dudes. Probably won't even look at this fight. Won't bet on this fight. I have to learn about these two fighters before I'm able to put my money on these two fighters. But Daniel should be able to probably win this fight. He's at the crib. UFC probably has something in mind for this dude, maybe. I don't know. But let's see. They have 58% chance that This Esteban guy wins by knockout. Okay. So this should be one of those fights where it should possibly go to a knockout. Decision is something that we're not looking at in this fight right here. All right. Um, the main event, my main event, personally, dog. Guys, Diego Lopes, he's overhyped, motherfuckers. He's overhyped. Dan Ige almost whooped that ass. This shows that Brian Ortega should be able to kill this man, Diego Lopes. Now, it did show that Diego Lopes is going to sharpen up his tools a little more at the that Dan Ige fight. He's going to sharpen it up a little bit more. He's going to be a little bit more cautious because this is going to be more of an important fight. But Brian Ortega, it's hard for me to bet against this man, and I'll be putting my money on Brian Ortega to win this fight. I love Brian Ortega in this matchup right here. Diego Lopes, I like what he has going on. He's a nice guy. Trust me. The UFC really wants this guy to be something. And I believe he can definitely do that. But against Brian Ortega, a guy that gave Alexander Volkanovski a hard time, a guy that gave Yair Rodriguez a hard time, now I know for a fact he's going to give Diego Lopes a hard time. Thing is, Yair Rodriguez was kind of whooping his ass before Brian Ortega was able to step on the gas. That's the only thing that holds me back. Like, damn, you're supposed to kill Yair. So for Yair to have good moments in the fight, it shows that Diego Lopes is able to have good moments in the fight. And if we're also looking at physique, I mean, we're looking at a six-pack damn near right here compared to a no-pack. Shows that my boy Diego Lopes is going to be in shape for this fight. He's going for 3 rounds straight. He's not going to be breathing heavy. He's the taller fighter. Everything screams Diego Lopes. My personal opinion, I want Brian Ortega to win. If I had to put my money on it, I'm going Diego Lopes, sadly. So Diego Lopes should be able to win this fight. Next up, we have Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. Now, my dream is to have a three. No, that's not another story for another day. I was gonna say threesome, but that's another story for another day. Last fight was in a draw between these two girls, and I believe Alexa Grasso took the first fight. Second fight became a draw. I believe third fight, Valentina Shevchenko wins this fight, and I believe there is a fourth fight to this. I don't think they're gonna end off with Valentina Shevchenko winning the belt and that's it. I believe there's gonna be a fourth fight into this sequence right here. I believe Valentina Shevchenko wins the third fight out with Alexa Grasso. Alexa Grasso is good, but that second fight that she had with Valentina Shevchenko, I believe Valentina Shevchenko won the fight, but Alexa Grasso got saved and she was locked out of that fight. So I believe Valentina Shevchenko should easily be able to take this fight and win this fight. But I'm be interested to see this fight. I think this is a dominant fight from Valentina Shevchenko. I believe she becomes way better than those two fights. I believe you're gonna see a whole new way, like much more improved Valentina Shevchenko. More of the story. I have Valentina Shevchenko winning the fight and winning it by decision. Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili for the main event. Now, guys, if you would have told me this last week, who's going to win the fight, I will tell you Merab. 2 weeks ago, whatever day it was that Merab showed that he had a cut in his eye, that he also took the stitches out himself. He has a staph infection. Now, I believe all that doesn't play much of a role, but it shows that he's able to get cut. He's able to get hurt in that octagon. Somebody in that training facility, in that training camp of his, was able to do that to him. And I believe Sean O'Malley is able to do that plus more. Now, this man, Sean O'Malley, is a cold-blooded sniper. He's a killer. This is not a Leon Edwards scenario here where Leon Edwards is taking forever to find a snipe shot. No, this man right here, this is my thing. This is my thing with Sean O'Malley and Merab. I believe Merab Dvalishvili, thing is, I believe he's a one-trick pony. He's not a stupid guy by any means, but he has one trick in the bag compared to Sean O'Malley, a guy that's going to think mid-fight to himself how he's going to adjust in the middle of this fight to be better. So I believe Sean O'Malley is going to win this fight The fight between him and Petr Yan. Petr Yan did win that fight, motherfuckers. I don't care what anybody say. But this guy did beat Aljamain Sterling. I believe he's going to go ahead and beat Merab. Two guys that are in the same camp. And he's going to go ahead and have those two bodies on both those guys. Sean O'Malley, the aura of this dude has been kicking, has been rising day by day. It seems like he's the guy that's been prepared for this moment. He's been ready for this moment just by his attitude. Now, guys, for going off physique, obviously, Merab has the better physique. Like, this dude is a relentless. This dude's going to go for 40 takedowns within that fight. But one thing about Sean O'Malley, he has pretty good takedown defense. He's going to use the cage to his advantage. And I believe he's going to find an open strike, an opening to take out Merab for 5 rounds. He has 25 minutes to do it. I don't see how he doesn't touch Merab at some point within the fight. 25 minutes. I believe Merab is going to get hurt by Sean O'Malley at some point within the fight. Let's see. A lot of people have Sean O'Malley winning by KO, TKO, and a lot of people have Merab winning by decision. Merab doesn't land at the striking department is such a huge difference between Merab and Sean O'Malley. But the grappling department, this is where, like, okay, like, oh, Sean O'Malley has a higher takedown accuracy than Merab. What the fuck? Takedown defense at 62%. Not much people are shooting on Merab anyways. Let's be honest. Who's going to go ahead and go for those legs of Merab? But 62% for Sean O'Malley is pretty freaking good. To have a 62% takedown defense, it's really, really good. All in all, I'll take Sean O'Malley on the money line here. Odds went up to Sean O'Malley's favor a lot, apparently. I thought Merab was the favorite in this fight, but Sean O'Malley is, surprisingly. Wow. So the odds are moving up to Sean O'Malley's favor. So I have Sean O'Malley winning the main event. Guys, quick recap of all the fighters I have winning before we go ahead and end this video. These are not my official locks. Friday or Saturday, I'll be dropping my official lock. I have Sean O'Malley, Valentina Shevchenko, Diego Lopes, Daniel Zellhuber, but that's still a question mark. Ronaldo Rodriguez, Norma Dumont. I have Manuel Torres, Yasmin winning that fight. I have Edgar winning the fight, and I have Raul Rosas Jr. winning the fight. Guys, if you haven't already, like the video, motherfuckers. Let's go ahead and sign out. It is currently 4:46 a.m., guys. I am exhausted right now. I am done. Appreciate you guys.